What's going on, everybody? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. It's Friday, it's time for the weekly vendor reset. Global events are going on right now. Currently it is Outbreak at the moment of making this video with the global events during March. Let's hope they sell some goodies during the global events, especially for the new players. So let's see. Anyways, if the video is helpful, drop a like on it. It's much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division content, as I do put these out every single Friday. Double check this vendor down here in the terminal, because if you do own one weapon, it goes across all characters. So other than the military M9 and the electronics mask, firearms gloves, I own everything else. So there will be one other weapon down here. Moving on over to the exotics for the week and the regular gear that I know people still want to see. However, now that we also have all of the global events running through the course of the month, next Friday and the ones after that, let me know if you still want to continue to see all of the regular gear and these exotics. So, Historian, 150% headshot damage with Vicious, Commanding, and History repeats. That choice is yours if you want to reroll Commanding for something else, because I'm personally not a fan of Vicious, but to each his own. Pecan, 21% damage to targets out of cover with Capable, Self-Preserved, and Pecan. I would not bother. Cassidy, Determined, and Fierce, 344% stagger. Again, I would pass. Liberator, 19% enemy armor damage, Ferocious, Sustained, and Determined. You know what? Right now, for this global event, this actually wouldn't be too bad, even with Sustained on it, to be completely honest. So, you know what? If you have credits to burn, you don't have a Liberator, you want to use one for this event, go ahead and pick it up. Centurion, Expert, and Ferocious. Well, Ferocious is on both, and you do have to do certain activities with just a sidearm. So, you know what? If you want to go ahead and do the Free Republic talent with Centurion and Liberator, pick the combo up. Alright, Classic AK. Commanding, Unforgiving Focus. Absolutely not. Sustained, Brutal, Determined on the custom M870. Not too bad. M60, Prepared, Skilled, Meticulous. Nope. Alright, what about the regular gear? For those of you that still need some instead, because you don't want the classified. Not a terrible Lone Star mask, but it is rolled to electronics, so you'd have to keep the blind def resist if you want to move the electronic slots. So the choice is yours there. Nice rapid chest plate, 1271 electronics, health, exotic damage resilience, increased kill XP in the minor. You can reroll that for ammo capacity. You've got yourself a really good rapid chest plate. Alright, and Vest of the Nomad. Reroll the all resistance for health. You have yourself a good regular Vest of the Nomad. You will have to optimize it. Scores a little bit on the low side, but the rest of it can be pushed up a bit. So pick it up only if you absolutely need this stuff. Same thing with the Reclaimer Vest. Get rid of the kill XP for ammo capacity, and you've got yourself a good Reclaimer Vest for the regular versions. I mean, you could make use out of these. Only get them if you absolutely have to complete a build. For the most part, I'll skip backpacks unless it's a high-end, you know, like specialized or something, because people will just use the Ninja Bike to make a build. Alright, Tactician knee pads. We've got skill power, 1219 electronics. You could optimize it and bump those numbers up. Too bad the kill XP is there. You could reroll that for damage to elites and do the rest, but it's really not worth it because the global events are running all month. Only get them if you absolutely are desperate. Alright, let's hope we find some good weapons, mods, and attachments throughout the rest of this week. Like this. Rugged Mini Reflex Sight, 6.5% crit chance, 5.5% headshot damage, 4% crit damage. The values could be higher, but this is a great little sight for things like the house, bullfrog, and well, actually the whole list is right here. So you know what? If you don't already have one or the blueprint, pick a few of these up if you do have the credits lying around. Okay, let's move on.
Calling your name.
At the Dark Zone gear vendor here in the base of ops, there is a Vigorous chest plate for sale. 1130 stamina. That is a bit on the low side, but you can re-roll it, put it to a higher value, switch it into firearms or electronics because it has over 16,000 health, exotic damage resilience, and ammo capacity in the minors. So if you've been on the hunt for one, go ahead and pick this one up for now. You will have to optimize it because the score is a little bit on the low side, but like I said, if you really want one, pick it up. If not, just wait until one drops.
It's cool.
Alright. cool. If you make your way down to Camp Hudson, there's 2 items for sale here that are worth taking a look at. First up, damage to elites, firearms mod this time. 206 firearms, 3% damage to elites. And if you don't have a 6%, grab a bunch of these for now. 5.5% first aid self-heal, prototype performance mod. Throw them on your builds.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next week, bud. So if you make your way up to Camp Clinton now, their blueprints are a Slumber's Rhino, there's a Stamina Vest, Firearms Vest, and a classic M60 blueprint here. Nothing I would really care for, but if you're a fan of the M60, go ahead and pick that up for the Stamina and Firearms Vests. The exotic Centurion has expert and destructive, not too bad. Pick it up if you really want it. The Pecan, ferocious, accurate, and Pecan, that's actually not too bad, and again suits the event because of the elites. The Historian is trained, swift, and history repeats. Nothing too special, I would pass on that. Cassidy, adept, responsive, and boomstick. If you like to run the double Cassidy and you really want one, you can get rid of adept for something else like deadly, and you're good to go. Liberator, unforgiving, accurate, and capable. I would pass. There is a surplus SVD, which is nice for those of you that are still a fan. 170% headshot damage with proficient, prepared, and disciplined. Get rid of proficient for something else, and you have yourself a nice SVD. In terms of the gear, I did scroll over this on my PC character. That's how I knew about the other blueprint. There really isn't a whole lot here. Like I said, it would be just pick it up if you absolutely need it, and it was basically these tactician gloves, which are not great by any means, so only get them if you're really desperate to, you know, fill in a build. Other than that, just wait until something drops in the open world.
Hey, I can see you need better gear.
Do I? Thanks for the tip. Alright, moving on up to Wolves Den. For those of you that do not have a Navy MP5N or a house, pick this one up. 21% crit hit chance with determined, hurried, and brutal. You can leave it as is or reroll it however you wish. The close quarter skills that are required during global event outbreak, which is happening right now. The headshot damage, we got brutal on here. I would go ahead and pick a couple of these up for now.
I'm sorry you didn't see anything you wanted.
No, it's cool. I just have one. Over at the Firewall Safe House, there's one item for sale here, which is a prototype performance mod with 4% turret damage. That is a max roll, so if you're going to use the turret, actually it's really helpful. Once again, for this global event, I would go ahead and pick a few of these up and throw them on your build. Also, don't forget down the line, there will be classified fire crests, and you're going to want to put some of these on that build when those gear sets roll around. So pick them up while they're here.
Sorry you didn't see anything you liked.
I like it, man. I just got a bunch. Okay, and making our way now into the Dark Zone. That was everything for sale in the Light Zone at the DZ-05 safe room. He's got one item for sale. It's this 552 Holosight, 6.5% crit hit chance, 5.5% headshot damage, and 4% crit hit damage. So if you don't already have a better 552 Holosight, I recommend grabbing a few of these until you do, because they will go well with your MDRs, bullfrogs, any of your assault rifles, and even some of your LMGs.
Serious inquiries only next time.
You got it. Alright, and for the final stop of the week, yeah, I can't believe that either. This is at the DZ-06 safe room. Sadly, there was really nothing else for sale. Now, I know the defense holster is got a low score on it, needs to be optimized, but if you needed to complete your build before you get a classified version, you can go ahead and pick this up for now. 1116 stamina, clearly that has to be bumped up, but it has over 16,000 health, skill haste, and ammo capacity in the minor, so that is why it's worth taking a look at. Predator's Mark knee pads, again over 16,000 health, you got increased kill XP, bleed resist, disrupt resist, but you will have to ramp up the 1134 firearms because it is on the low side. So, yeah, I can't believe there wasn't really anything else worth taking a look at. Even putting some of this stuff in the better resets, I'm a little bit on the fence with, but the new players and even some of the other ones said that they still want to see those items, so There they are. Sorry that this was a shorter week. I was hoping they were going to sell something good during the global events. I mean, there was a couple okay items and mods, damage to elites, the Navy MP5N, etc. So hopefully there was something you want. Once again, if the video was helpful, please drop a like on it. It's very much appreciated. Don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter at Afflicted Gamer, and the stream times for me to be live here on YouTube are at the end of the video. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend, agents, with the global event, and I will see you very soon in the next video or in the next live stream.